Hello, I'm Vlight from Vlight Games. I'm a solo indie developer and the creator of Sphere Guider, a game made in the Unity engine. If you're someone involved in the game development industry, or even just someone who's a fan of indie games, you've probably heard the newest bombshell to come out of Unity. I'm not going to explain everything about it, I'll link the article in the description. But what I will do is speak my piece about how this is going to affect my game development going forward. Sphere Guider is a rolling ball game that tests your reflexes and your puzzle solving skills. It has a free demo and the full game is $1. I chose to have this model because it is my first game that I've published, and I want the game to be very accessible but still feel like a good value for the content. I have future updates planned with the game, such as multiplayer and a level editor. As a first game, I want this to be the foundation of my portfolio and have a community of people who enjoy easy to play but hard to master games, the kind of games I want to develop. I also want to show many people that getting into game development is more of a test of time and patience than of skill. The game isn't exactly a unique genre in and of itself. There's plenty of rolling ball games, but it's more a showcase of my level design and systems design capabilities as a game developer. Anybody could make Sphere Guider if they put the effort into it. Of course, you need a reasonable background in software development to start it, but most of the challenges I face are in creativity and design. The challenges I've had to overcome in designing the game have built character. All those late nights with 50 Stack Overflow and Unity documentation tabs trying to work out a compatibility issue between libraries have really stuck with me. The end product is a labor of passion. Ultimately, I want this game to put me on the map, so to speak, as a good resume building piece, and I've kept the price low at just $1 to have some income from the time I've spent. Unity for me has always been the most accessible way to enter professional game development. Unreal Engine is something that I've also been working in, but by and large, as someone who also teaches people about game development, I've largely considered Unity as the next step from learning Python. I've always said good things about Unity as an engine. However, with the recent news, I've had to reassess my future as a game developer and my relationship with Unity. The new pricing model of charging studios per install, meaning you can be charged multiple times from the same sale or even from copies which have been pirated, would make low cost but high install games like Sphere Guider not profitable. At the time of this video, my sales metrics aren't at the threshold, but my install metrics are approaching there. Since install count would be retroactive, once I passed the revenue threshold, I'd have to start paying the cut. To put this in perspective, for a $1 game on Steam, Steam takes about a 30% cut, so that's 30 cents. Then you'll have to pay taxes, so figure another 20%. So you take about 50 cents out of the dollar's profit. Now, with the new Unity install fee, assuming everyone installs the game just once, I'm down to 30 cents out of the dollar. If I upgraded my Unity plan, well, then you'd lower the cut, but I'd still be at a significant cut regardless. And this is making a strong assumption, because often people do uninstall and reinstall games they no longer play. If people were to reinstall the game, I might as well just give out the game for free at that point. I would be forced, going forward, to raise the price on the game in order to have any sort of profit. That is something I don't want to do. Something that I would strongly consider is just to make the game outright free, because that would at least accomplish the goal of making the game accessible. As of this video, it's still a couple months away from the January 1st, 2024 deadline. I have not made the final decision yet on where to take the game's price going forward, and I am also in the process of creating the second chapter of the game's levels. But long term, I don't know for sure if I want to continue developing this game, and for the moment, translating all those features into another engine such as Godot would take development time away. I'm sure that they're going to roll back some of the terms of this new fee to something that's more acceptable but still a burden on developers. But the damage has been done, and any good faith that I've had with Unity as a company has been lost. I no longer consider Unity to be a worthwhile engine to learn if you want to start a career as a solo game developer, because the company behind the engine is taking it in the wrong direction. As someone who owns a game that would be highly affected by this fee, I wanted to speak my piece about this. New projects going forward, regardless of this decision, will be on other engines. I want to get this video out there to spread the word that these fees will ultimately be passed down to the consumer, the people who buy and play video games, because game studios will be forced to charge more for their games. This is a serious issue for the game industry at large, coming from a little guy in the industry. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening.